All right, guys, we're back in the shop here at KMH. I'm gonna show you real quick the motors. This is the ALH that we're going to be putting in the car. This is the 2.8 liter ATQ that came out of it. These are good engines. They can last a long time. This one had 260,000 miles on it when it died. I'm not sure what happened to it. Something mechanical inside. I didn't really get into it because it really didn't matter. Here is also 1.8T that I took out of my B5 A4 race car. We're going to be stealing some parts off of this in order to bolt up the engine and make a few things work. We're going to take the oil pan, we're going to take the motor mount brackets, a few little things like that to make this run longitudinally, because this in North American market only came as a transverse engine in the Golf, Jetta, Beetle. But that's okay, because the engineers at Volkswagen, they said, hey, we're going to make this run either way. So here's an example right here. I took this motor mount bracket off of the 1AT. It bolts right up to the ALH block. You can see the holes are already there. You just have to chase out the holes with a tap like this one. It's really rusty. You're never going to get a bolt in there because there never was a bolt in it in the last 200,000 miles that this engine had covered. So just chase them out, bolt it up. Like I said, we're going to replace the oil pan with the one from the 1AT that bolts right up. Over here, you can see some of the holes that I already chased out. We're going to bolt the other motor mount bracket up right here and make that work. And another thing we have to do is change the location of the AC compressor. It used to be right here, but it's not going to be there anymore because frankly there's no space for it, and the lines would have to be totally custom, and making custom AC lines is something I don't want to do. I've never have done. So instead we're going to bolt up the AC bracket right here. There are holes for it here, here, and here, if I remember right, or maybe this one, but either way, the AC compressor will bolt up over here. We'll run a harmonic balancer from the 1AT that uses two separate belts, one for the AC and one for the power steering pump alternator and that stuff. And then we do have to make a custom roller over here to make the belt go around the other stuff that's already here in absence of the AC compressor. You could, there's a couple different ways we could do that. Some people buy like a dummy AC compressor type pulley that does bolt up to this. I used to know where to get them. I don't know who sells them anymore, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to make my own. We're going to put a new timing belt water pump on here. See, that stuff's off right now. We have to change all of the radiator hoses. They're all going to kind of go in different places, but that's not hard. That's just plumbing. I put an AHU or 1Z intake manifold on this already. Again, it bolts right up. Really, the only difference is it faces the opposite direction. The ALH manifold faces that way, and that would just be really hard for intercooler plumbing. So throw this guy on here, EGR delete, and it's exactly where we want it. And that pretty much sums up the changes, the main changes that are going to happen with this ALH engine before we put it into our A4 Quattro.